Although not a protagonist, Amanda DeSanta is a character that has influenced the story a lot in the game, right? She influenced the way Michael sees things and how he lives and so on. And this leads to several events within the game. In today's video, I will be bringing you several curiosities about Amanda, which you probably didn't know in GTA 5. Many of these curiosities have already been mentioned in other videos in random and separate ways, but this one is a compilation of only curiosities about Amanda that you probably don't know, or that you know and weren't remembering. That said, go ahead and like and subscribe, and let's get started. According to Amanda herself, in a game dialogue, she was not always unfaithful to Michael. She only started cheating on Michael after finding him with the stripper. What is not very clear is whether the stripper was at Michael's house, or if she went to the strip club and found out that Michael was there. Amanda by default only has one contact in Michael's phone where Michael can call her and listen to the voicemail, or he can occasionally call Amanda to hang out. This depends on the moment in the game. However, what many people don't know is that you can also call Amanda in a more natural way using both Franklin and Trevor. If you call the number 558-555-0118, you will hear these dialogues here, both with Franklin and Trevor.
This is Amanda. Unfortunately, I can't come to the phone right now. Namaste.
Amanda has a mailbox that you can normally see during the game when you call her and she can't hang out with Michael, and that's normal. However, there's a really cool thing, which is a very realistic detail that was added when Amanda leaves Michael's house. I don't know if you guys remember in the mission, did somebody say yoga when somebody's yogading, where Amanda, Jimmy, and Tracy run away from home, basically speaking, along with Fabian. So if you decide to call her with Michael, there will be a hidden little message on her voicemail.
This is Amanda. Unfortunately, I'm out of town for a few days.
After the mission, Meltdown, which is the one where Merryweather soldiers go to Michael's house and try to kill both Amanda and Tracy, and you have to kill everyone inside. After that, Amanda flees from the house again, but this time with Michael's permission because he was helping her hide. And until then, you can't see her again until you have resolved this issue with Devin Weston. What many people don't know is that there is a bug. I wouldn't exactly call it a bug, but it could be a flaw there that wasn't well explored in the game's script, which is as follows. If you go play tennis in the backyard court at Michael's mansion, Amanda will go there normally, even during this period when she should supposedly be in hiding. Kind of strange, but everything is normal. As soon as you finish the tennis game, she simply disappears. Before Amanda married Michael and started a family with him, Amanda was a stripper, right? Stripper, a shoe saleswoman, and so on. And a very interesting fact about this is that her stage name that she used as a stripper and so on was Crystal. And this name is written exactly on her car plate, using numbers and such, but you can perfectly understand that it is a reference to who she used to be. At some point in the summer of 2012, Amanda rented out the house to porn producers without Michael's knowledge. We find out about this in the mission Daddy's Little Girl because when Michael arrives to talk to Tracy, she says exactly that they already knew the house and that Amanda had rented it to them last summer, and that's when these guys tell Michael, wow, your house was really cool and all, just take a look here.
Hey, man, whoa.
Come on, sweetheart, take me out of here.
Dad, you're embarrassing me. These are my friends.
Yeah, you're embarrassing her, dude.
They're shooting porno here.
They shoot porno all over town. Mom rented our house to them last summer.
That was
What?
your house? Yeah.
After Amanda leaves in the mission Did Somebody Say Yoga, which is when she leaves Michael, you can see that Amanda really likes Michael and even tries to make him jealous. This is because after she leaves, you can follow her Lifeinvader throughout the missions, where she keeps making several posts on her Lifeinvader saying that Fabian satisfies her physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and there wouldn't be any specific reason for this other than to make Michael jealous. After the final mission, if you choose option C, both Amanda and Michael won't be seen arguing anymore, and if Michael talks to Amanda, he won't be like complaining or being sarcastic anymore. Now, like, he'll be kind of more friendly. When taken for activities, for a ride, they'll be a little more tolerant of each other. They'll avoid those ugly fights that happen throughout the game's story. And during the first hangout after the option C mission, they promise to be faithful to each other. Amanda and the kids can often be found on the couch watching TV or gathered around the table talking. This part of the Michael family dynamic evolving throughout the game, I just think it's simply sensational. At the beginning, you have some events that happen in the house. In the middle of the game, you have other events. And after the end of the game, you have several other events. This shows a really cool evolution, and pay attention to the details that Rockstar had. Despite the fact that Amanda uses Michael's affairs as ammunition in arguments against him, she always said that he started it and such. I'm pretty sure he probably did start it, but I think she did it much more than he did. That's because in the dialogue of the mission reuniting the family, you find out that she had already had an affair with Fabian, with the tennis coach, a third grade teacher of Jimmy, juice seller, dog walker, gardener, garbage collector, Michael's doctor, Jesus Christ impersonator who hangs out on the pier in Los Santos, homeless hippie, and so on, man. If you look at this dialogue here, you see that Amanda has been all over Los Santos. She, Jimmy, and Tracy refer to these betrayals quite casually in this mission.
No one else gets this family. Not Dr. Friedlander, or my yoga teacher, or our tennis coach, or the juice guy, or the dog walker.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Or Jimmy's third grade teacher.
Or the trash guy.
Or Dad's proctologist.
Or the guy that thinks he's Jesus on Vespucci Beach.
Or the hippie bum who thinks the world is ending.
We're stuck with each other.
Many times when you enter a scene transition with Michael, or when you're with Michael and simply return home, there is a great chance you will find Amanda in her room while she is using a vibrator. When Michael enters, he will see this and she will end up throwing the vibrator away, saying that she thought the door was locked and will lie down to sleep, supposedly. If you are playing as Trevor or Franklin and somehow manage to sneak into the house and catch her in the act, maybe even with a mod, you will see that she will continue using it normally, which is kind of strange, but oh well. This may be her most well-known fact. There is a site within the game called Hushsmush. Players have the possibility of coming across a page and a user named FoxMama21, and man, it clearly indicates that it's Amanda who is on this dating site, although this has never been explicitly explained because she doesn't put her name there. In the description, she indicates that she has the mind and body of a girl half her age. She is 43 years old, but her husband ignores her and spends all his time drinking by the pool, which is exactly what Michael was doing at the beginning of the game, and she is looking for someone to satisfy her at her peak. She also mentions that she loves yoga, and Amanda does yoga throughout the game. And besides, this is a part that is more hidden, but still on top of this curiosity. Looking at the game files, in the computer version, there is an unused image for FoxMama21 that reveals that she is Amanda. And this one is kind of an artwork, and it shows that she has an iFruit phone. And obviously you can see that it's her face and all, but I think they're for Rockstar to leave a little more mystery, to make it a little more like an Easter egg, and not so explicit that Amanda was on the dating site. They ended up hiding this photo from the final version, but it still remained within the game files. When you're playing as Franklin or Trevor and you end up hurting Michael, or if you're sometimes playing as Michael and get knocked out by Franklin or Trevor out of spite or whatever, many times, not always, but many times, instead of Michael, it will be Amanda who will send a message complaining, and she will say to either of the two a bunch of nonsense, defending Michael in a very furious way. During an activity with Michael, I don't remember if this is after finishing the game, or if it was before. I'm almost sure it was after. If the player gets drunk with Amanda, Amanda will tell Michael that she used to like one of his old friends. Michael then shocked will say, Trevor, as if it were kind of a question there. And Amanda will reply, no, the other one, which strongly suggests that she liked Brad. It could be Lester too, but I highly doubt it's Lester. I think she had a little crush on Brad. And that, man, that's ammunition for the theory that in fact Jimmy and Tracy are Brad's children. I might even make a video about this later because it's a very talked about theory.
Drunk again, my darling. Like the night we met.
Not kidding.
I liked your friend.
Trevor?
No, the other guy. But then you came on so strong. All that charm, all that talk, and now look at us. 2 kids, a million lies, and a near divorce later.
During another hangout with Michael, Amanda will end up saying that her mother was right about Michael, like that he was a lazy guy, that he was a jerk, and so on, blah blah blah. He will end up retorting, saying that Amanda's mother put her daughters on the strip club stage, and that Amanda's mother was a manipulative pimp. Dude, this one is heavy. According to him, Amanda's own mother put her there to shake it at the strip club from the shoe store and so on, to sell shoes to the guys and so on. If Franklin or Trevor steal Amanda's Sentinel car, which is the red car she has, which by the way has the license plate Crystal on it, Michael can send 1 or 2 text messages to these characters, saying something like Amanda knows you have her car and she's ready for war. Or he can send something like, it annoys me dude, but you don't want to be on Amanda's bad side. These 2 messages are really cool and they complement the game dynamics quite well. In the casino heist update in GTA Online, you can have some dialogues with Jimmy. Actually, you can't really have them. You see a lot in cutscenes and so on. In one of these parts, Jimmy mentions that Amanda gets a little scared of Lester. So in that theory that Amanda liked someone on the team, it would most likely be Brad. She probably liked Brad and not Lester because she always had a little fear of him. In reality, Lester is a little scary because the guy is very smart, kind of crazy and all that. During the mission father-son, if you customize Amanda's car, Jimmy will say some things about her, sometimes a little heavy. Each new thing you choose from the list often generates a different dialogue, whether it's paint, engine, brakes. Each of these will trigger a different dialogue, and sometimes some are quite heavy. That's why it's good that GTA 5 isn't dubbed.
Oh shit, that's where it's at. Toy Boy's gonna flock to my mama in this ride. Gonna give this lady some curves?
Amanda has a great tendency to spend large amounts of money impulsively. This is quite evident in the game dialogues and in situations where Michael comments on Amanda's extravagant and expensive habits. And often you can see Amanda arriving with several bags of clothes and various other things. When Michael is at home or when he is coming home, like there are dialogues where she even talks about Michael being a film producer. It's that vibe I mentioned about Michael's family evolution within the game. She says, if I'm going to be the wife of a film producer, I have to behave like one, and so on. And that of course is one of the things that adds a lot of tension to their relationship, because Michael has to make more and more money, and Michael only knows how to make money in a criminal way, and she judges Michael for the crimes he commits, for the atrocities and such. That's why there's that beef in the mission reuniting the family, where Michael speaks out and tells her that she doesn't complain when she spends all the money, no matter where that money comes from. That part there is really crazy.
You kill people and then you sit in the sun and drink and feel guilty about it. That is not work.
I don't see you complaining on the way to the fucking bank!
And one very interesting, cool fact about Amanda is that, despite having money, she has sort of an obsession with theft. In fact, in one of the game missions, she gets arrested for shoplifting. This shows that deep down, she is still quite rebellious and wants like a different thrill, where she calls Michael and Michael has to help her. If you help her, you can see several dialogues where she says like, don't judge me and I don't know what, blah blah blah. And from what it seems, she has done this before. And Michael like wouldn't say anything because he already knew it would cause a lot more trouble. And of course, this also helps to make the relationship more complicated and so on. The last curiosity about Amanda is that she really wanted you to subscribe to the channel, because man, this video was really awesome, dude. So subscribe to the channel to show some support, to show that you really helped out in this video. It was a lot of work and I really enjoyed it. And next, check out 60 curiosities about the GTA 5 protagonist. By clicking next to the yellow arrow, you'll get to know 20 curiosities about Franklin that will impress you. That's it folks, success, cheers, and thanks.